situation that you're talking about with Akon, I know you're telling the truth. I know it's real. Akon has been essaying women and young women for years. If people don't remember, almost over a decade ago, he was facing some very, very, very harsh possible potential charges, and then people got paid off and everything went away. But he was assaulting one of his fans live on stage, and the girl turned out to be underage. Well, 50 isn't just as bad as Diddy. 50 actually has a heart. He's a lovable thug. You know? Somebody should ask Soulja Boy how loving he is. He's very loving. All that time they spent together and the way he believed in him. Oh my God. They were almost inseparable. Truth is, Curtis is a swish. Been a swish for many years. Everyone knows it. The reason why I haven't got behind Curtis Jackson is because the only reason he wants them out of the way is so he can take over. That's the only reason. Okay, there's a Sheena Lakani. Thank you for camming up, ma'am. You can cam down now. Until I get to know you, I'm going to put a banner up. Okay? And once I do that, I'll let you up. But right now, you know what? I think this is a fitting one to put up. We're going to put this banner up today. Let me look up her. Because after everything that Kendrick Lamar did for Juneteenth, I need it. Oh, incoming, outgoing is backstage. All right, now that we have the banner up. Hi, Sheena. How are you? Good morning. Welcome to crueltyfree.org.
I got to add her to the stage.
I just did, didn't I?
Sheena or incoming?
Sheena, not incoming. Sheena, can you hear me? Hello? Sheena, can you hear me? Hello? You're unmuted, dear. You know what we're going to do? We're going to drop you down for a second until you figure it out, okay? And once that happens, you can come back and ask whatever question you like. Or, honey, can you drop her down for me? I'm going to let incoming up. You sound like you care about my well-being. Since when? How do they got me running crazy? Wow. Wow. Isn't this amazing? Isn't this amazing? Really, they got me saying what? How about we make you sound? Ooh, look at that mic. Look at that mic. Look at that mic.
I brought it up.
No, don't bring it up. I'm doing this to frustrate her because this is what she does to me every time she comes through along. This is crazy. This is crazy. She's nuts. You know what? I think we're just going to mute you all together. What I will tell you is this incoming, outgoing. No one's breaking up. You should be worried about your own relationship with Redman. And you should worry about your friendship with that transgender cousin of his, Jason Jones. Felony face. Incoming, I'm going to tell you this right now. You are all going to lose. You hear me? You are all going to lose. Now let's see if I actually want to let you speak. Beast. Because that's what you are. You're a nasty little beast. You're not trying to help anybody. You should be trying to help yourself. Because you're going to jail, ma'am. See that? I just shut you up again. Nobody here believes you. No one's breaking up. Odell isn't going anywhere, and neither am I. Now, I'm going to unmute your mic and give you an opportunity to speak with common sense, incoming, outgoing. You got anything sensible to say? Because you're a liar. You're a liar. Listen to me. I want everybody to listen to this idiot who came up here to do disinformation to try to sway everyone from being a part of this movement. Incoming, outgoing has had her channel removed, shut down, struck I don't know how many times for lies and defamation. She is down with the Curry gang. She is down with the troll farm. And I believe she's friends with Megan Robertson. So do yourself a favor. When I unmute her mic, make sure you're not, too offended. And if you are, just put a 5 in the chat. Stage 5 clinger. Just put a 5 in the chat and I'll drop her ass down. Ayasha! Hold on a second. Let's unmute that mic. Ayasha? Peace. Incoming, outgoing is still here. And I still have her mic muted. She's trying to help me now. How many times has she tried to hurt me? Got it. So let's unmute her mic. Let's make sure it's at a volume that we approve. Go ahead, incoming, outgoing. Oh, yeah. Shout out to the liars and the losers and the scam artists who are sitting there pushing products that are made in China and not properly. Like these people are sick. Shout out to the who? Shout out to the incoming, outgoings. Grand opening, grand closing. Troll farm over. I think we've said enough to her, and I think it's time to ban her from the studio. No. They were paid to hate us. Now we have someone else at the back door. Sheena's here. Welcome to crueltyfreeartistry.org. Hello, Sheena. Good morning. Grand Rising. Sheena, currently you're not going to see yourself on the screen because I have the banner up. The situation, if you don't mind me interjecting, that situation that you're talking about with Akon, I know you're telling the truth. I know it's real. Akon has been, 111 in the building. Akon has been essaying women and young women for years. If people don't remember, almost over a decade ago, he was facing some very, very, very harsh possible potential charges, and then people got paid off and everything went away. But he was assaulting one of his fans live on stage, and the girl turned out to be underage. And like you said, he disappeared. And now they have the father disappears, and now they have the son. It's nothing new. And I want to thank you for your bravery for coming here to talk to me and saying this out loud. You were willing to cam up, which is why I cammed up with you. We should talk. Reach out to us today. Say no more. Reach out to us today, and let's figure out how we can help you be safe. Because this is dangerous information, and I don't think people understand. Ashe, some of them do know. It always ends. Everything comes to an end. You just got to believe that end is coming. And that's why we've set up this .org, because we want to create a space where people can feel safe and know that they will be protected, even if the industry or the government won't do it. There are private citizens who care, and we're some of them. But I can't say everything. People think I say everything. I really don't. Understand? You got to know how to give people things. I can take ham and cheese, or turkey and cheese and bread, and put a dab of a dollop of, what's that, the mayonnaise and the mustard and all of that. But guess what? It doesn't become a sandwich until you put it all together right. You know what I'm saying? So we going to give them that whole sandwich. And I want them to hear it from you guys first, because I want these old motherfuckers that have been hiding and lying for years to see that the future ain't buying their shit. They can say whatever they want to say about us old timers, us old heads, you know what I'm saying? Us OGs. But when the youth tells them we ain't buying your shit, that's when they gonna get the message. And that's really why they want to keep me from reaching out to Gen Z, because they know that I got the goods. See, I got the goods. I can give it to y'all, because the truth is we fucked up, and it's time for us to admit it, break the cycle, and turn it over to y'all. Y'all should not be living our mistakes. Drill music should not exist, because what it is a pre-cover-up for sacrifice. It's tricking people into popularizing sacrifice. We need to be giving y'all kids a reason to live, not another one to die. You know, as much as we love Biggie's album, both of those albums, that damn title, I swear to God, it was almost like he was daring Puffy, and Puffy took him up on it. You know what I mean? Biggie spoke to you.
I don't know how long we have been going.
Yeah. Listen to me. Do you see? I want you to go back and think about that video you're talking about, and then I want you to think about that last video that Takeoff did, and see if there's a difference.
Jack, I'm gonna cut off the YouTube. I'm telling them to go to Instagram, so maybe you can tell them.
Wait a minute. Didn't Travis just get arrested? Somebody said. Does anybody know anything about Travis Scott being arrested? What you say, babe?
Yeah, he got arrested for arrest and disorderly intoxication yesterday. I was saying I'm gonna cut the IG.
No, I know. It's an hour. We got our hour in on IG.
Yeah. Tell them that. So.
Just
Yep.
post, yeah.
Yeah.
Just drop. Like I said, there are no coincidences. But the one thing that I'm trying to get everyone to understand, mostly Generation Z, because Gen X and the millennials are fucked. We're fucked. Let's just be honest. We're fucked. We're whack. We're played out. It's over. Let's get to the real shit. And I tell everybody, I take a good dose of vitamin Z every day. And when I say vitamin Z, I ain't talking about zinc, baby. I'm talking about my Gen Z, because y'all motherfuckers are on fire. And I wish Tupac was alive right now.
Generation Z don't care about Jaguar Wright or none of that nonsense you have to say. Did she say that Diddy had baby oil with stuff in it? Did she say that there were tapes with minors? Did she say that, or was it somebody else that said that? Let me know in the comment section. Here's the thing. The Diddy case is about none of that type of stuff. Now, is it? It seems just to be about the Cassie situation. All of the people who are the liars and the gaslighters, the people like Gassy, because she's full of shit, the people who are sitting around saying that, you know, Diddy did this, Diddy did that, and the third. Well, all that stuff is not being brought up in court. It seems to be a case about him and Cassie. I don't know whether or not the government paid Cassie or threatened her, allegedly, possibly, maybe, to say the shit that she's saying on that stand. But it sounds as if she's basically alluding to her still allegedly, possibly, maybe being into Diddy and wanting to still be with Diddy. And it sounded as if she said that she was dealing with Diddy when she was dealing with her husband, as if she was going behind her husband's back and still dealing with Diddy, which makes Alex Fine a fucking idiot. Now, I know he's gonna, divorce her and take that money. I get it and everything, but still, it's not right. Hey, make sure you click thumbs up. It's free. Subscribe. It's free. Choose all notifications. It's free 99. It's not free. Sending me a donation by clicking super thanks, becoming a channel member, or buying something from an affiliate link. And you know I loves me some money. But here's the thing, okay, guys? Jaguar Wright is out here saying all types of crazy stuff about all types of people. This is a throwback. I'm prepping you guys for what's going to be coming next. That's why I had to bring out a couple of older videos to prepare you guys for this new stuff. She's talking about 50 Cent. She's talking about how 50 Cent isn't like Diddy, and she's referring to Soulja Boy. Well, basically, in so many words, she's insinuating that Soulja Boy and 50 Cent had a quote-unquote homosexual relationship, allegedly, right? That's number one. Number two, she's talking about how Akon had been like assaulting women for years and stuff like that, and there was this fan that was underage. See, Jaguar Wright will tell you bits and pieces of a story in that deceptive agent way, like how the dominant society does. See, what people are not pointing out is the fact that when Akon was on stage and he was dancing inappropriately with an underage girl, allegedly, right? That girl, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that the concert was 18 and over, just like how they set up, getting ahead of myself, allegedly set up R. Kelly, okay? And that girl showed up at his concert that was 17. Now, you're supposed to be 18 and over. So how did she get there? I mean, how did she bypass the system? Okay? And then she turns out to be working for the feds later on. And then they had that one-man RICO for R. Kelly, like how they have the one-man RICO for Diddy. And Cassidy has immunity, right? But I digress. As far as this whole thing where Akon was dancing with the fan on stage, this is 08, 09, 2010, somewhere around there. It's had to be like a good 15 years ago. If anybody remembers what I'm talking about and what year it happened, say it happened in 2011 or it happened in 2008 or whatever, but it was around 15 years ago. From what I remember, that girl was not supposed to be there. So he thought that that girl was at least 18. So I'm pretty sure that just like the R. Kelly thing, it was an 18 and older event. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they were serving alcohol. I don't really know every single little detail, but there was more to the story than what Jaguar Wright is saying, okay? So Jaguar Wright is a deceptive person. She's a flat out liar. She's a fraud. And she has this BS organization, this cruelty-free crap, where she's acting like as if she's helping people. See, Jaguar is an informant. For those that don't know, an alleged informant, Medal of Freedom or whatever. This fake-ass award that doesn't even have her name on it. You guys got to understand something. There's so many agents and agent-like people on the internet, it's crazy. For example, when I speak out against Jaguar Wright, people will come to my comment section. A lot of these people are agents, but don't worry. It'll be handled legally later. But these people are saying stuff like, yeah, how much is Jay-Z paying you to say what you're saying? Or how much is Diddy paying? What are the chances that me, a random fucking YouTuber that talks about love and hip-hop and big booty light-skinned women, what are the chances that me, a random YouTuber, knows Jay or Diddy or any of these people and is being paid by these people, I would love for a mathematician to tell me what the chances of something like that are. Is it 1 in a billion or is it 150 million? What are the odds? But see, this is the thing, right? So the government has been abusing their powers. They've been messing with people for the longest time. You know, they do all types of illegal things when it comes to black men and stuff like that. And the beauty of Jaguar Wright being an alleged informant and Mr. 34 felonies, Donald Trump being the president, is that these people have no credibility anymore. I mean, if this is the best that they could do, then that goes to let you know that it's really over. The whole game is charades, guys. The whole thing. The system is done. Cat Williams said that, you know, consequences were coming for these people who have been doing all types of stuff. But he was talking about like black celebrities. I think it's bigger than that. I think that we're under judgment right now. Like, and I think it's bigger than America. I think it's like a worldwide thing. And people are going to say it's aliens. No, but I think that God is, I think it's time, people. I don't believe it's the end of the world or anything like that. I don't think that the world is going to end. I think that people misinterpret scriptures and stuff like that. But I think it's truly done for these people. And Jaguar Wright is one of them. Whether you realize it or not, I know this goes over some people's heads, but Jaguar Wright is a part of the problem. She's a part of the system. And I don't mean because she was a mainstream recording artist, but Jaguar Wright was somebody in the street doing God knows what, okay? And we all see how she raises kids. Bad mother, how she treated her own mother was questionable as well. So, long story short, I think Jaguar Wright is going to be placed under judgment. Look at what's happened with Megan Thee Stallion. We're watching Megan Thee Stallion crumble and burn in front of our faces. And what basically we're seeing is the downfall of the black woman. But I believe that the downfall of the black woman is to set up the downfall of non-melanated men. So it's like black women and non-melanated men are trying to fight against black men, but it's backfiring. But it's only going to accelerate. People are not going to believe in them as far as politics. Oh, we're the 92% and we're going to watch the world burn. Yeah. You live in the world that you're watching burn. You idiots. You went around talking about the black woman's just going to sit out of this and sit out of that. And we just going to watch everybody else just crumble and burn while we just sit back and we're going to sip our tea. Stupid. Intelligent people don't say stuff like that. Just like intelligent people don't believe in Jaguar Wright or Megan Thee Stallion or Rhoda the Brick Lady or any of this other foolishness. But at the end of the day, after what happened in 2020, with the C-19 thing and Fauci and Trump becoming president, Kamala ever running for president, them hiding Biden's cancer diagnosis allegedly, like literally everything. We are watching a new world emerge, and it's not going to be the new world order. The new world order is over as well. That's a part of the system. But only time will tell. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I need to stick to talking about big old light-skinned hydrogel butts on Love and Hip Hop. It's because I think that the system is imploding in front of our eyes doesn't mean that it's true. I might be completely incorrect. Just because that thing happened with China, with the products, it's so funny because how China was, quote, exposing where stuff is really made, even though some of the stuff they were saying was exaggerated. And listen, when I tell you that those people over there are some of the biggest liars since black women and white men, some of the biggest liars ever. I mean, after what happened in 2020 with the thing that went around the world where people got sick and everything, people are really on China's side or America's side for that matter. I mean, why wouldn't you be on your own side or your family's side? Because I can tell you what side you're on. And it's side with a C-I-D-E, not S-I-D-E. Speaking in general. I'm just speaking on sides in general. Extra emphasis on the gen. But you guys are siding with China. Really? Do you know who these people are? Do you know how things work over there? Do you know what they do in secret here in America when they come over here? How they're sneaking over the border, or how they have their like secret organizations and stuff set up with like secret police forces right here on American soil, and how the government is doing nothing really to stop them. I don't think you guys really understand, but I digress because my channel is not supposed to be about that type of stuff. And I know that I'll just get into trouble again. Like I'm gonna have to chill out. Make sure you click thumbs up. It's free. Subscribe is free. Choose all notifications free. I know I've upset some people in this video, but I always upset some people. Anyway, you got money, give it to a light-skinned woman. Anyways, I gotta go. Make sure y'all click thumbs up, subscribe, and choose all notifications.